Yo! Back with another video. Today we back with some Trap Lord Ross clips. We finna react to the death of Lil Jeff, killed while sliding. So if you not tapped in with the whole Bloodhound story, you gotta get tapped in. You probably gonna like this video. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let's go.
Lil Jeff's strategy of bragging about his insane body count in his
Q50 is dead wrong for this shit. What the fuck is that?
songs and acting wild in his interviews was picking up steam. He'd already been going viral for his clip sniffing a pill on DJU, and on the 1st of June, a YouTuber called Blender Bars dropped a video that was reposted on Reddit claiming that Lil Jeff had indeed claimed his 11th body during his LA trip, claiming that he indeed did a drill between these two trips to Los Angeles, and being one of the earliest exposés of Lil Jeff's staggering stats as a Chicago gang assassin.
He claimed to have 10 bodies at least, and we have lyrics to match up with 2 of the bodies that he proudly claims after the ops supposedly hit a lick for some of his watches.
By June the 3rd, his music video for the track Should Have Saw It had 199,000 views, passing 200k the following day. Jeff was having the motion in music, and whilst this was only the beginning, he clearly had a lot of potential in the rap game. Unfortunately, however, as he often rapped himself, he was always more focused on the streets than the music, and only
Like, why do niggas think this is a cool line to say? Why do all drill rappers that get killed got something like this that they say in their last song? They keep telling me rap, but I'm still going to drill. They keep trying to always talk about, oh, I'm not a rapper. I'm really in the streets. And then your ass die. You should have just rapped, bro.
However, as he often rapped himself, he was always more focused on the streets than the music, and only a few days later, he would end up on the wrong side of the sort of drills he usually was dishing out on the streets. On the 8th of June 2024, everything came crashing down for Lil Jeff and the Bloodhounds in dramatic fashion. After countless lyrics about jumping out of the car as soon as he sees his ops and shooting at them, the 8th of June was a day like no other. And in surveillance footage that was later leaked, we saw this was another day when Jeff, Q50, and another man indeed caught one of their ops, jumping out of the car outside of an address on South Rhodes Avenue, a street that Jeff and his friends had boastfully rapped about shooting up numerous times before. In the footage, if you look at the very top left of the frame, you can see a door of a car opening. This is Lil Jeff jumping out of the car, and he immediately begins shooting at a man wearing bright yellow shorts. You can see a door of a car opening. This is Lil...
I'm trying to see if he got out by himself and everybody was just like following his lead, or was that organized?
Times before. In the footage, if you look at the very top left of the frame, you can see a door of a car opening. This is Lil Jeff jumping out of the car, and he immediately begins shooting at a man wearing bright yellow shorts, who ducks behind a car and runs up a porch into a house, whilst being chased by Jeff, who continues shooting at him. He would then seemingly be chased by Jeff, wearing a black Nike Tech hoodie and grey Nike Tech joggers, and pointing a gun, with Jeff doing something that he had indeed rapped about doing numerous times, chasing an op into their own home. But at this point, Lil Jeff got something he didn't bargain for, as someone inside the house would begin to open fire on Jeff, neutralizing him before he even made it up the steps, sending him flying back onto the ground at the bottom of the porch. And here...
That shit was crazy, bro. They say he got shot 19 times in the chest. Jeff a skinny nigga. That shit probably fucked him up, I ain't gonna lie.
Jeff was reportedly shot numerous times, with the implication being that his shooters emptied a whole magazine into him from atop the porch. Then, we would see another angle from a different camera which recorded the sounds of the shots being fired into Jeff, as well as showing Q50 and another shooter, as well as the driver on the hit behind Jeff, walking to the porch and returning fire, with Q...
And they talking about the dude that shot him was I Trap Rob. That nigga had some shit. That bitch sounded like some type of intergalactic weapon. That bitch was... I'm talking about that. We was fucking him up.
Seemingly shooting at a passing car for some reason, likely in this moment earning himself an attempted murder charge. Some have suggested that the original target that Jeff had chased was talking to the person driving in the car that Q50 was shooting at as it drove past. Meanwhile, once the driver of the getaway car notices that Jeff has actually been killed on the ground, getting out to look, before all the men realize that it's too late to save Jeff, running back to the car, getting in, and fleeing the scene without Jeff, as shots continue to hit Jeff laying on the ground. Interestingly, another camera angle would later surface, showing that when Q50 initially ran towards the porch, he slipped over and fell as he tried to let off shots, injuring his ankle, with Q50 being seen with a limp as he ran back to the car. And while Jeff was laying on the ground, he would reportedly be hit 19 times, and an insane total of 58 shell casings would ultimately be found at the scene of the shootout. And after it all went down, reports of the shooting would begin to circulate on Twitter, and police scanner audio would describe a chaotic scene. A later video by YouTuber Loyalty and Betrayal would actually do a full breakdown of the scanner audio.
302 Sam, we're hitting 12 rounds, 6639 South Roads.
Straight 10.
Anybody go in there, be careful, this might be crossfire.
And, yep. Earth 3.
So Buddy ass came around when he must have. Damn, that's the kind of far. I don't know how he got away. Did he get hit at all? It's kind of crazy if Jeff missed all them shots. Like, so what? Buddy ran up them steps. Bro, Buddy must have dove through. The door must have been open and Rob must have been standing right here already. Had to, because that shit happened fast.
Anybody heading over there to Rhodes, use caution because this may be crossfire, and now we getting a person shot. 6647 South Rhodes.
3067, we got multiple casings on 6641 South Rhodes on the front porch and the sidewalk.
Multiple shell casings, 6641 South Rhodes on the front and the sidewalk on the front porch as well. 6641 South Rhodes. Alright, they saying somebody's doing a self-transport right now. They telling my partner on the phone. We trying to figure out what car took them. 306 Adam.
Yeah, 306 Adam. One of the residents at 6641 says they threw a guy in a car and they're on their way to the hospital. I got some blood drops on 6641.
Black SUV, Adam Lincoln King, 3937, Wisconsin Place, just dropped off a victim at UFC. They going northbound on Maryland. The black
Like, how did they drop him off? Did they just like drop him off in front of the damn doors of the hospital and leave? Because they can't get seen on camera. What's it called? Q50 and he had no mask on. So I doubt they got out the car. What they do, just push him out?
with Wisconsin Place, Adam Lincoln King, 3937, northbound Maryland. For a black SUV, Adam Lincoln King, 3937 with Wisconsin Place. They just dropped off a victim at UFC that was shot. And that vehicle stolen.
Footage would later circulate showing the Chicago police combing the crime scene, placing a whole bunch of evidence markers where the many shell casings had been left. But interestingly, at the crime scene, Jeff's body was notably absent. That's because apparently Q50 and the other man seemingly took Jeff's body to the hospital after the shootout, somehow managing to spin the block, coming back, and retrieving Jeff's body from the porch where he died without taking any more bullets themselves. An image would later go around online which seemingly showed Q50 and the other man carrying Jeff's body into the hospital. But it didn't take...
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Q50 just got his ass locked up. Because he's on camera, bro. They can lock his ass up any day for that shit. He gon' get charged with Jeff dying. I mean, so...
for the dust to settle on the actual shooting before the footage of the shooting began circulating on Reddit's Chiracology subreddit, where many were quick to give their perspective on this wild modern-day shootout captured on camera, with many suggesting that Jeff and the Bloodhounds had actually underestimated their opposition and ended up outgunned after being overzealous. As one commenter put it, honestly, the video puts it more out of the actual perspective of what it looked like in real life because cameras only see a certain angle. They actually were only like 20 foot behind him, with the car being like 80 foot at most. They were behind him, he just ran ahead and got overzealous and got blasted for it. Hindsight is 2020, my G. Granted, they did turn back the minute they realized there was more opposition than they thought, but by that point, they were in a full-blown shootout. Dude in the red got hit, and they were in the middle of the road with only cars for cover. Once they realized they were outgunned and got to the car, is when Jeff got fully overkilled, and the dude in the white saw it all and let the switch off a few times in a futile attempt. No one's fault but Jeff, and he literally got instant karma. For those...
I mean, really though, it really is his fault. Like, it's hard for me to even, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like street dudes, to me, that's a fair game kill, bro. Y'all came trying to do something to me and I defended myself. That don't make us ops, bro. But it's like now Q50 and they gonna try to get back on Trap City for doing this. But it's like y'all came over here with shit. That's crazy.
Investing with Kraken? It's like running a kitchen. You want to avoid
karma. For those that knew Lil Jeff and his activities in the streets, they would know what was to come next. The day after his death, on the 9th of June 2024, Jeff's close family members and friends would react to his death with heartbreak, with some saying that they were staring at his picture in disbelief and saying that his brother Jay Boogie is going to lose his mind when he finds out the news. Jeff's dad posted throwback images of Jeff with his half-brothers together with the caption, F the world. Q50 would say that his brother and twin...
You failed as a father, bro. Him, the dad and the mom, they was with this shit. The dad talking about, he went on Twitter after he died, he said, clear the streets. Basically saying if you ain't have nothing to do with it, stay off 79th, bro. Or wherever they got killed at on Rhodes. Stay off of Rhodes, because we killing everybody over there. Then the mom gonna say, y'all didn't get him. He came to get y'all, and what happened. But the saga continues. What type of fucking mom are you, bro? You want your son to be a killer? What?
But he's already done crying and planning to do exactly what Jeff told him to do. Vert would later discuss how Jeff's death affected him in a DJU interview where he seemed a little...
This shit hit different, bro, because we all know Jeff has to be right here, bro. Crazy. Is this nigga a midget?
Intoxicated and slurring, explaining that everything was still going on.
We saw, I guess, what happened on camera or whatever. Lil Jeff lost his life. How has that affected you, since?
His brother's one too.
His ass high as hell trying not to think about it, bro.
Yeah. But it's like, I can't stop. For what? I'm gonna stop for. They want me to be stopped. They want me, Yeah. Well, this shit don't stop. Shit all gonna still go on. Brother gonna live through us, And my brother, I feel with a big face pendant on my shorty.
They both doing that shit right now too, especially
At some point,
Q50,
a vigil
bro.
and balloon release was held in Jeff's honor, and a day later, on the 10th of June, a Bloodhound member would say that all the ops saluted Jeff for the work he put in on the streets and hinted towards revenge coming soon. And Jeff's dad would even respond on Facebook with an eerie post saying, let it be
known, y'all didn't get him. He came trying to get y'all, and what happened, but the side continues to clear the streets. Bro, why do you want this shit to continue? You just lost your son, bruh. Like, y'all niggas be failures.
Y'all didn't get him, he came trying to get y'all, and what happened. But the saga continues, clear the streets, with some in the comments in disbelief that a father would be talking about his son like he was one of his homies in the gang, branding Jeff's father a goofy who actually failed his child. But Jeff's dad wasn't the only person with a connection to Jeff acting tough online.
His ass looked just like Jeff, boy. Lil Jeff looked just like his daddy. Got them big ass eyes.
18th of June 2024, a Bloodhound member says that they are the reason that the ops merch it on their friends. Then, on the 22nd of June 2024, Lil Jeff's funeral would take place, and images would circulate on social media showing the flower arrangements in the funeral program, as well as pictures of Jeff in his casket going around online, whilst others shared supposed buttons giving out which called Jeff the Reaper. His girlfriend would seemingly drop the Y in front of his flower.
And then y'all niggas promoting the shit that killed him at the funeral, bro? Y'all dropping the Y's, dropping L's and shit, doing that gang shit at the funeral? That's what got him killed. And y'all doing this shit at the funeral, at the wake. Crazy, bro.
And a moving tribute would be passed around from the service, which would tell all the details of his life, apart from the most salacious ones. It read, Jeffrey Lamar Harris, affectionately known as Lil Jeff, was born on July the 14th, 2002, at 11 a.m. to Latasha Lucas and Jeffrey Harris in Chicago, Illinois. From the moment he arrived, Jeffrey was a happy, intelligent baby who loved to laugh and bring joy to those around him. Jeffrey began his educational journey at CICS Longwood and graduated from Harold Washington Elementary.
Man, talk about when this nigga started killing people. They all try to pull this, he was a sweetheart and shit after they died. But when they was here, niggas was robbing people and killing motherfuckers. Come on,
He
bro.
continued his studies at Kersey Metropolitan High School, graduating in 2020, and later took online classes at Daly College. Basketball was one of Jeffrey's greatest passions, and he spent his summers playing with AAU and dedicated his free time to the court, continuing his basketball career through his junior year of high school. Another favorite pastime was video gaming, where his friends fondly remember his eyes being glued to the screen. Lil Jeff was known for his deep affection and kind-hearted nature. He had a generous spirit, always willing to give his last to someone in need, and his silly side showed through his jokes and funny stories, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who spent time with him. Music was another of Jeffrey's passions, and his talent in analysing and performing music earned him a record deal. His suave sense of style ensured that he was always in the latest fashion and newest shoes. Family was everything to Jeffrey, and he adored his niece, Ja'ala. He was always drawn back home, craving his mother's affection. Jeffrey was truly the life of the party, bringing joy to his family and friends. In 2021, Jeffrey met Peyton, and they became inseparable. Despite their growing pains, their love for each other was deep and genuine, with Peyton holding a special place in his heart. Jeffrey performed his last concert and walked into eternity on June the 8th, 2024. He was preceded in death by his grandmother Regina and loving cousins.
Walked into eternity.
Marion and Zaire. And Jeffrey leaves behind to cherish his memory, his mother Letitia, and his father Jeffrey Sr., his grandmother Sherry, his aunts Tequila, Nikia, Tisha, Alicia, Deneen, his uncle Brandon, his brothers John, Jakari, Tradari, his nieces Aubrey and Jaya, and his girlfriend Peyton, and a host of family, friends, and loved ones. Thank you for attending his last concert. Long live Lil Jeff. But the funeral wouldn't be without drama, however. Apparently, a
concert.
fight would break out between some women who had been attending the service, with clips circulating online amid rumours that Jeff's girlfriend and his side chick had been involved in an altercation. Whilst Jeff had been laid to rest, the beef was far from over, and disrespect would still fly from surviving members. The apparently made a mural for Jeff, with 8 Trey Mob members recording themselves destroying it, followed by reports that 2 men from 8 Trey Mob were shot in retaliation within 3 hours. But despite Lil
Damn! For real?
it, followed by reports.
Well, damn. One in the arm, in the ass, and then the chest and the thigh. Shit.
2 men from 8 Trey Mob were shot in retaliation within 3 hours. But despite Lil Jeff no longer being a threat on the streets, his music would continue bringing his murderous energy to the streets of Chicago, even after life.
Damn, man. I mean, yeah, R.I.P. Lil Jeff, bro. Children, use this as an example on what not to do, bro. Do not chase that you trying to be a King Von type of nigga. King Vons do not last long. They don't. Even though Jeff might have died on some weird fluky shit, I can't see somebody doing shit that he was doing living very long, bro. Letting off switches on Instagram Live, talking about, come on, man. But I wish he could have been here to learn from his mistakes and really take this music shit serious. How Q50 doing, man? I fuck with some of the music. That's the craziest part, bro. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel in the comments, bro. R.I.P. Lil Jeff, we out.